Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Sita Syafiqah binti Muhammad Yatim. My metric number is 307963. So in this presentation, I will be analyze a cinematic video by focusing on two visual technique, lens selection and framing. These techniques are part of topic 3.0, the language of the lens that we learn, which explain how lenses and camera framing help us to tell a story visually. Let's start with lens selection. In topic 3.1, the lens and the frame, we learn that different lenses change how the audience sees the space and the subject, right? So in the beginning of our video, a wide angle lens is used. This is covered in topic 3.2, wide lenses and expansion of space. The wide lens show a lot of background and space around the character. It makes the space feel larger and the character look small. This creates a sense of distance, emptiness, or isolation. So, in the video, the camera also moves closer and zooms slightly, and the background also blurred, and we also focus more on the character. This effect is similar to a telephoto lens, which is discussed in topic 3.3, image control at the lens. Next, it also compresses the background and brings the subject forward. This creates a normal emotion, intimate feelings. We start to focus more on what the character may be feeling. So in this video, the lens choice shift from wide to tight, guiding us emotionally from distant to close. Now, let's talk about framing, which work together with the lens to create a meaning. One of the most common framing method we use in the video is the rule of third. The subject is placed slightly off center in many shots. This creates the balance and make the shoot more visually interesting. There are also leading lines such as floor tiles or the walls that point directly to the subject. This line guide our eyes and help us to focus more and pay attention to the video. In some part, we see a lot of negative space. That means there is an empty space around the subject. This makes the character look alone or thoughtful, and it increases the emotional effect of the scenes. Also, there is a moment with tight headroom where the camera is close to the character face, and the top of the frame is very near their head. This creates a sense of pressure or emotionally intensity to the character. So the framing choices, where the subject is placed, how much space is around them, and what is in the background. It also helps to support the mood and the storyline in the video.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Azhar Faris bin Nordin and my metric number is 308374. For my part, I will explain about exposure, specifically the introduction to exposure theory and the tools of exposure. First, exposure theory is all about how much light reach the camera sensor. This directly affects how bright or dark our video looks. A properly exposed image reveals the details in both the shadow and highlights, making the visuals clear and balanced. In our video, this concept is applied in the scene where the character is using a phone outdoors. We film under natural light and we needed to make sure the subject was visible without the background being too bright. To achieve proper exposure, we use the three main tools of exposure, which is also known as the exposure triangle. The first one is aperture. This controls how much light enters through the lens. A wider aperture like f2.8 lets in more light but give a shallower depth of field. Next is shutter speed, which is controls how long the camera sensor is exposed to light. A faster shutter speed helps avoid motion blur, especially when the subject is moving. And then the last one is ISO. This adjusts the camera sensor sensitivity to light. We kept ISO low to avoid grainy footage since there was enough daylight. These three tools work together to create a well-balanced exposure in our scene. Without this control, the video might appear too dark, too bright, or just unclear. So understanding the exposure theory and using these tools properly is essential in producing high quality and visually pleasing shots in cinematography. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Noor Ain Alia binti Zamri. My matrix number is 308013. Today, I'll be analyzing the narrative impact of a short video that many of us can relate to. It highlights the common student struggle of meeting deadlines, specifically the panic of submitting an assignment at the last minute. The video opens by immediately addressing this relatable issue, setting the stage for a story filled with urgency and suspense at time 3 seconds. Continue with next, rising obstacles and taking actions. The tension builds as the creator receives a phone call establishing a strict 7 p.m. deadline, screen time 52 seconds. This sets the clock ticking. The narrative intensifies when the creator faces a series of obstacles. First, the need to borrow a laptop at screen time 1 minute 27 seconds, and then the crucial discovery of no internet connection at screen time 2 minutes 14 seconds. Each hurdle raises the stakes, keeping the audience engaged and wondering if the deadline will be met. Move on to next, climax and resolution. The climax arrives with the successful submission of the assignment at the 11th hour at 5:59 p.m. and screen time at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. This moment provides a release of tension and a sense of accomplishment, effectively concluding the story arc. The video masterfully uses these narrative elements to create an engaging and relatable experience. In conclusion, the video's narrative impact lies in its ability to create a sense of urgency, build suspense through obstacles, and deliver a satisfying resolution. It is a testament to show how effective storytelling, even in short form, can resonate with an audience. Thank you.
The next one we use lighting. The lighting we use in the video is type of natural lighting. Since the video was recorded using an iPhone, most scene rely on available natural light, especially outdoor or near window. This created a soft realistic look that fits well with the slice of life or emotional tone. Side lighting is the in indoor scene where the character is sitting and thinking, the light hits from the side. So, it spread the gentle shadow on the face and help it to show emotional and depth. It adds subtle dramatic effect without using artificial light.
For the next one is color grading. Color grading, the style that used is natural color grading with just a hint of warmth, no heavy filter, just enough to keep skin tone soft and maintain visual clarity. The reason for this is this subtle tone keeps the moment grounded. It reflects calmness and closure without forcing emotion. The narrative impact for this is the final scene. You feel like a personal of real. The color helps and story gently while staying visual consistent with the rest of films.